We'll start with a question from Shannon.
Hey, Mason. Shannon Russell, Courier Journal. You had mentioned when coming aboard that you thought you'd be more healthy and ready to go with your ankle this month. And I was just curious, how is your ankle doing? And are you able to fully participate in the limited time you guys can get together at this point?
Right, yeah, my ankle's doing really well. I'm ahead of schedule. I've been practicing, so everything looks in line with what the doctors are talking about. So I'm just going to keep staying with that schedule and keep progressing. So everything's looking well.
Go to Ben.
Hey, Mason, this is Ben Gumble from CardinalSportsZone.com. Being from the state of Kentucky, kind of before committing, how familiar were you with the program in general and specifically with maybe some of the players and coaching staff?
I'm very familiar with the program. Like I said, my family, big Cardinal fans. Actually, my cousin Tick Rogers played here. So in that area, we followed Louisville. So we're very familiar with the program, and it definitely means a lot to my family to be close to home and just be able to play in front of Louisville fans.
To Kent Taylor.
Mason, this is Kent Taylor from Wave TV in Louisville. Can you kind of take us through the process that you went through this summer? I mean, going to Colorado, and then what happened there to get you to this point where you're now at U of L?
Right. So I was in the portal right after the season, the transfer portal, and I made the decision early to go to Colorado Buffalo. I arrived there in like end of May, sometime in there. I had surgery like June 24th. It was a hard time for me. You know, I have a newborn child who's 7 months. Just realizing what really was important to me after the surgery, you know, being basketball was taken away from me. Just opened my eyes to a lot. So I actually made the decision to come back home not knowing if I was going to be able to play or not, and just spend time with her. And then things just kind of worked out with Louisville having another scholarship, and I kind of jumped right on there. So it kind of just worked out.
To Jody.
Hey, Mason, it's Jody Demling with Cardinal Authority. Can you kind of expound on that a little bit and what it has been like? The last 7 months have been kind of crazy for you, and what it was like to be away at such a young age, and now to have this opportunity and to be closer.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Because my daughter was born February of last year during the season. Last year in itself was a crazy season, just at COVID and the stops, and I was hurt all year. I was hurt before the season, so it was kind of crazy, you know, still being like 7 to 6 hours away from home in North Carolina, and then choosing to go to the transfer portal, come back to college, going all the way 18 hours away. The last few months have been crazy, but you know, God is the head of my life, so I just try to follow His footsteps, and He kind of landed me here, so it all worked out.
To Jeff.
Mason, I'm curious, how did they discuss your role in the recruiting process? Because I know you can play both guard spots, but what was that conversation like, and what are you learning as the season's coming up?
The role is, you know, just to play my game, you know, the system, learning, you know, how to play with these guys here, and just being a great teammate, first of all, and basically being selfish in the point to just taking care of my body, trying to get my injuries to 100%. So the discussion was well, you know, with the guard play here, we have a lot of competition for spots. And that's all I asked for, you know, just to be able to compete for something that, you know, I could take. So I feel like that's all going to work itself out.
Other questions?
Mason, it's Kent Taylor again. Can you kind of take us through your game and what you feel like are the strengths of your game, what you can bring to the team?
Yeah, I bring that intensity, you know, the belief in myself that kind of affects my teammates. I basically feel like, you know, I've been one of the best guards in the nation for a few, and kind of going under the radar as far as, you know, just being a mid-major player in the Southern Conference. So just bringing that fight, that confidence, And, like I played through ball screen reads. Coach McMahon has a great offensive scheme. Learning that daily more and more. So playing through ball screens, being kind of a little gnat on defense, improving in that aspect as far as leading the team and basically just being a great teammate. I feel like that goes a far way in coming to a new team and a new system and coaching staff. So just bringing that intensity and confidence in myself.
Go to Jody and then Matt.
Mason, just to confirm, when you got here, you were still not able to do hardly anything, right? And when did you kind of get back to where you felt like you were full strength? And then the second part of my question, what do you think of your new teammates? You're one of 8 newcomers. So a lot of people don't kind of know, what to expect from guys. What do you think of them?
So no, when I actually got here, I was able to do workouts. So I've been doing workouts I've been here a month. I've been doing workouts until I got cleared to do contact sports like a few days ago. So I've been practicing and stuff and being involved with the team. It's all working out. As far as my new teammates, everyone's new. Everyone's going through the same, adversity, and just building that team camaraderie is big for us. And they've welcomed me with open arms. I came late, but these guys, it's their first year too. So everybody's just ready to compete and ready to get out there.
Matt.
Hey, Mason, Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. Kind of building off of that last question, half of the newcomers are in the backcourt of Lone. Based on what you've seen in your short time here, what do you think about this new look Louisville backcourt and what they can potentially bring to the table?
I think it's going well, man. Like I said, we're learning the system. We're learning what Coach McMahon wants in the offensive scheme. Coach Mack is a very defensive coach, so we have the defensive mindset already, and just learning the new system. I think it's going well. We have a lot of underrated players. Myself and Jared, we were mid-major players, so being in the mid-major, you just have a different mindset, about you, and I'm just feeling underrated. So I feel like that's going to transition to the game as well. Being at Louisville, we championship or bust, so that's definitely what we're aiming for.
Any other questions for Mason? All right, seeing none, Mason, thanks for joining us, and thank you all for joining us today on the call.